You won't believe what I'm building and finding a lot of success with these patches. But before we get into that special rose build, let's discuss the default Aphelios building strategy.
An enemy has been slain. Rampage.
Unlike in Season 13, when we used to build Kraken, Bloodthirster, Infinity Edge no matter what, now we don't want to follow a strict build path every game. Instead, we adapt to each game's unique circumstances. You will have a multiple first item choices that will be followed by core items. Starting with the AD carry meta item which was recently nerfed, Static Shift still offers great value for its price. It does not only include 50, 80 and 30% attack speed, also gives you an extra burst damage when you're having a contact with the enemies. Enemy contact. I'm not even talking about the wave clear and allows for more efficient use of the time on the map because we all know how important the time is in this game. When combined with an Infinity Edge and other follow-up items, your enemies might be a little surprised about your burst damage. Your next option for first item is Kraken Slayer. This item was my personal favorite item since I started playing him. This not only sweet Aphelios' kit, it also very good DPS item. If you don't like the static shift start, this damage focused build path might be your option. Third option for your first item is Stormrazor. Comparing the static shift, the stats and the cost, I don't think you ever build this item anymore. But I know some of you love this specific playstyle of where you love to hit and run. But note, if you're building this, we are not playing the same character. So you have to plan your strategy and macro different than usual. Still might be a good option in the games where you need some mobility and enemies are squishy. You probably never heard of this before. I was against Ziggs and Veigar in the bot lane. I was really struggling with the Veigar matchup, so I came up with this counter strategy where having sustain just cancels their laning goal. I did not only destroy them in the lane, also had a very clean game where they were like 2 levels down and useless, so Bloodthirster option is very situational, but just keep in mind, I love you. Last one is unfortunately not my favorite option anymore because falls off if you fail to deliver. Connectors start only against very squishy teams where you want to snowball. One tanky enemy might destroy your game though. Be careful. Okay, alright, okay. Your second item is going to be Infinity Edge almost every game. More than a million times I explained why Infinity Edge and Aphelios are best friends. Also it's buffed, for some reason. Third item options are also not too many. You will have 3 options every game. If enemies are tanky, or have a fat tank, and your team don't have anyone to deal with it, you go LDR. Your best option Bloodthirster will be available every game except the tank scenario. And our last option is Shield Bow. Let's say there's a Baron fight coming and you only have enough gold for Shield Bow but not for Bloodthirster. You can get this. We all know if they have a burst damage like Talon or Rengar, you can build this too. And your last item basically can be anything. Guardian Angel, Rapid Cannon, tank item, Rabadons or AK-47. Oops, wrong game. Now, the secret build that I do most of the games. Be ready because this is a very interesting way of explaining things and English is my third language, so good luck. I start with Infinity Edge. Yes, you heard me right. But why? 20% crit is terrible and expensive item is trash. On the book? Yes. But not everything in the book works the way we think in the real world. I don't want to use the word experiences because there are a lot of variables added to it, but I played this build almost every game and I loved it. First of all, you need to know this strategy has weaknesses and strengths. It does not do a better job in every aspect comparing to the other builds. Okay, the components are strong. 1300 BF sword is a little expensive comparing to the items like Serrated Dark, but it still does the job really good. Always try to spend the most money when you recall. If you have 900, get pickaxe. 1100, finish the T2 boots first. Again, make sure your recall timings are good. You never want to recall with 500 gold. If you do recall with 500 gold or something, just get a longsword and change the build to the default one, or just take a big risk. Okay, now it's time to finish the Infinity Edge, but another weird thing happening to me is every game when I recall to finish my Infinity Edge, I always have money for crit cloak. So I walk to the lane with 35% crits. But still, let me explain something. You might be thinking low crit chance and Infinity Edge is terrible. Well, only 1 or 2 crit hits is all you need. Also, low crit chance is not same for Aphelios. He is trying to trigger this crit chance almost double times than the other champions because of his unique kit that we love. Anyways, After you complete this first big spot Infinity Edge and Cloak, from this point, time is on your side. You can play the fast-paced game and do a good job. If the game is slow-paced, it's even better, because this build is a scaling god and never fails to deliver. You can tell from the thumbnail, we're going to take Phantom Dancer second. But why? Rose? You're so hot. Then other items are better? Well, again, on the book, maybe. But we are not building Phantom Dancer to have the most damage or stats. This item is just the key part of the entire build we are having. Phantom Dancer is like enchanter of the heavy damage build with Bloodthirster and LDR coming after it. We have so much damage from Infinity Edge, amazing lifesteal from Bloodthirster. We don't care about tanks because of LDR, and Phantom Dancer is here to make all of these separate items to work better in their job. It's like Aphelios works with damage, crit, casting, auto attack, but all of them being so much better with attack speed. Everything scales with attack speed in his unique kit. This is why it suits the kit amazingly and making it so efficient. Imagine, this is a little bit interesting, imagine items are basketball players and all the items we talked in this video are like popular star players, but Phantom Dancer is like the point guard who likes to assist and support those stars to be best at their game as a team. Alright, outside of the secret details that I provided you, it's a cheap item and gives you balanced stats too. Little movement speed is also nice for our champion who can't even walk. This can be built every single game no matter what scenario you're into, but there are still better and worse games too. Gold usage and recalls are very important. What is your opinion about these builds, including all of them? Just let me know in the comment section. I upload gameplay videos, guide videos, funny videos, and legendary videos like this. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. See you on the stream. Mwah.